like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Mr. City Council President Nick Mosby, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Donnie?
Good. James Mosher, baseball,
One of the most historic Little League baseball leagues in the entire world, I'll say it,
April 27th, 9 years ago, Freddie Gray, all of this happening on this day right here. How's it feel, 9 years later?
I guess I get the question a lot, where's Baltimore today versus where we were back then? And to be honest, a lot hasn't changed, unfortunately. I think that the latest stuff we saw with George Floyd, there was a lot of attention around DEI, and there's a lot of push from different corporations, but it seems like when the cameras and stuff kind of fade away, everything goes back to normal, or the normalization that black folks have lived with in our communities, in our environment. So I think that's where all the work is. I think that when you look at the body of my work, not just as a city councilman, but also as a state delegate, the things I've been able to do and continue to push, really speak to the heart of the systemic issues that plague our communities. And that's why, I'm continuing to fight and ask for folks to support me in this re-election.
Could you miss this James Mosher parade?
No, you can't miss this, man. Again, this is historic James Mosher, man. If you're from Baltimore, you understand what James Mosher means to so many young folks, so many men that have grown up in the James Mosher League in West Baltimore.
And now women.
And now women, yeah. I was at Northwood last week, so Northwood was last week, and James Mosher's this week, East and West.
So, re-election, how's it looking? How's the campaign?
I feel good. I think the community understands and knows that when you look at the folks in this election and you compare their backgrounds, their experiences to mine, that they pale in comparison. It's no comparison. I'm the council person that banned the box. I'm the delegate that saved the Preakness, ensured that our folks weren't losing their homes based off water bills. I'm also the city council president that brought local control of our police department to the city, did inclusionary housing from an affordable perspective. So, when you look at all the things that I've done, I think it's there. And I think despite all of my personal challenges and adversity that I've seen over the past couple of years, every day I show up and do my job for my city. I'm the only person from this city. I'm the only person that's always been for this city in this election. And I'm going to continue to fight for you. So that's why I'm excited about the next 3 weeks, brother.
I haven't really had a chance to ask you, but when the bridge collapsed, what were your thoughts?
I got the call around like 2:30 a.m. and I just couldn't fathom it. I didn't believe it. I thought that maybe slabs of concrete fell off, or maybe there's some structural issue. But to see the entire bridge just come down the way it came down, and then to go and see it in the water the way it was, it's just unbelievable.
Mr. President, we wish you the absolute best. Any final thoughts as we head on in? Early voting starts
Thursday.
My goodness.
So just tell folks, make sure everyone knows that this is election season. You can go to early vote just to get it over with. If you're not registered to vote, you can go to one of the early voting locations. You can register and vote same day. There's some new locations. One big one is going to be on the west side, right by Mondawmin Mall on Ricetown Road at the BCCC, the South Complex. So, figure out where early voting spot is by your house or by your job. Make sure you go, but more importantly, also make sure you take somebody with you.
I do have one last question.
What's
this
the
is
last
baseball season. I got to come with a curveball.
Uh-oh, curveball.
What do you enjoy about serving the citizens of Baltimore?
I was an electrical engineer, and I decided to run for office, and I've been in office, and in a very public way, giving up, full, privacy and, all the stuff that comes with the job, and sacrificed a lot. I love pouring into the city because I know the city can be much more than what we are, particularly for our young folks. I'm thankful for, the way my mother raised me. I'm thankful for the opportunities that have been poured into me to put me in the positions that I am in. And I just know that if we came together, that we can do that for so many other kids. The last thing I'll say is Baltimore's an amazing place, right? And folks want this city. And it's up to us to collectively come together and ensure that this city, from a cultural competency perspective, from an ownership perspective, from a leadership perspective, stays with the folks that have been dealing with the crime, the grime, and the blight for the past couple of decades, and that's black folks. And I don't want to see displacement in our communities. I want to see us owning our communities. I want to see us growing businesses in our communities. And that's what I fight for on a daily basis. And it makes me a target at times, but I absolutely love fighting for my people.
Good deal. I'm smiling because just over here to your right, my left is
City College. Oh man,
They out here for us.
They out here
but you
for
the
us.
president for all schools, all
I'm president
people.
for all schools. But
Yes, sir.
shout out to Pilot.
Yes, sir.
Go engineers.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Keep watching Be More, and we wish you the absolute best on this upcoming election. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.